polite cough welcomes you to Big Town Improv, and as does our intro music.
Yes.
Welcome the listener to a new year.
Yes.
Year of, I think I can legitimately say that now, right?
That's right. We didn't make a mistake this time. It is 2020.
As we've never made a mistake in
right.
that. Yes. But Happy New Year, Happy New Decade, Happy all that fun stuff. Happy New Month. It's a new month, so.
Indeed, you're right. Happy New Month. We should say that at the end of every month.
I think so. I think it would make people a little bit more eager for the turnaround of months.
Yeah, 12 parties a year.
Yeah, I hope that you, the listener, had a good holiday season, and you spent some time with people whose company you enjoy, and perhaps you did activities that you also enjoy.
I hope that we had a good holiday season too. But
obviously we can say definitively whether or not we did, because it's in the past, but we won't say that.
Right.
Yeah.
We know what happened.
Of course. Today,
my friend over there who's talking, that's Jesse Moriarty.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes, I am. And somewhere around here is old Josh Pilch.
Hey, that's me. I'm right here.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, what a weird coincidence that we're here together. Say, would you like, for old time's sake, we used to do this back in the old decade all the time. Would you like to do an episode of Big Town Improv?
Wow, that takes me back to last Monday.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Let's do it. Well, now, so I guess if we were going to do that, what we would do...
if I'm recalling how the old strategy, what we used to do back in our youth, we would do some short form improv based on true stories that we told each other.
That's right.
Hilarious short form improv, if I'm remembering how it went before.
Right. That's what we would do to start, and then to finish everything up, we would do one long, continuous scene that's sort of like a movie or a radio play or a long episode of television.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. Jesse, in the year 2020, this is something that's been weighing on my mind.
Yeah, Josh.
And I never know if it's worth saying or not, but if we have any improv aficionados listening, their opinion probably would be that both sections that we do are long form, and that short form improv means game style, whose line is it anyway style improv.
I see where you're coming from here, Josh. However, that is incorrect.
But I don't think it is, but saying short form for short scenes and long form for long scenes makes a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, the short form improv that we do is indeed shorter than the long...
Exactly.
It's not our fault that the words short and long have no inherent relative weight. After all, once we start our spin-off podcast, Full Day Scene Improv, where we do an entire scene that lasts from midnight to the midnight of the following day, then our regular long form will seem quite short form, I think it would be. So it's all relative. Everything's relative.
Oh, boy. People are going to eat that up, too.
Yeah. Well, would you like to tell some stories, Josh?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Well, let me dust out the old random word generator.
Oh, my God. You still have that?
Yeah, here it is.
You kept that?
Let me blow this dust off.
Oh, you blew it right at me.
All right. Let's fire the old thing up. Here we go. Our words for today are improvement, float, conflict, art, culture, and hostage. They're all very, very out there.
Yeah, they are. I think, by the way, this is not the first time that the word conflict has come up, and that's funny to me because it's like, yeah, all stories have conflict, right?
Yeah, right. I'm going to give us some more that are more like nouns and actual words.
There's some interesting ones in there.
But I'll also give us attraction, liver, gorilla, drive, sticky, and mushroom. Oh, I have a gorilla story.
I kind of do too.
The one time I went to the San Diego Zoo, which is here in California, where I am,
yes.
but you aren't.
Right.
And
so that means that you blew that dust really far because I'm in New York.
Oh yeah, it was like that scene in The Lion King where the dust floats and then you see it like carried all the way across the
that's right.
savannah.
Big Town Improv's favorite movie, The Lion King.
Oh yes. Where was I? So we went to San Diego Zoo, and which is of course the big, super impressive zoo, probably the largest one in
probably in the country, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it is.
Honest. Yeah. Anyway, as a child, I was super into gorillas. Like, I thought they were the most fascinating things in the world, and in fact, for many years of my life, I wanted to become a primatologist, a gorilla scientist.
I've never heard that word before.
Yeah. Well, one time we were there, and they had a group of gorillas that were in the San Diego Zoo. One of them was sitting under a tree, and he had a stick, and every so often he would casually toss the stick straight upwards. It would spin and hit the tree and knock out a bunch of leaves, which would come fluttering down, which he would then eat. Then he'd pick the stick up and do it again, and I thought this was like the most brilliant gorilla I'd ever seen, because that was tool use in action, which
that's right.
Which if you have seen, I could spiral off and tell a chimp story as well the same trip actually.
Ooh, our word was gorilla. Well, all right, if you want.
But this chimp story involves conflict.
Okay, all right.
There was
it's helpful when we get that one.
Yeah, there was at the chimp enclosure at the same zoo. These two girls were posing in front of the glass fixture, and they were smiling and taking pictures, right, selfies and whatnot. And this chimp comes barreling forward, and he slams his shoulder violently into the glass, causing it to shake. Yeah. And he was not happy about whatever they were doing. So those are my great ape stories.
That's like a baby boomer's dream, is to watch some young people get
hassled by an ape. Yes,
for trying to take selfies. Yes. That is becoming more and more of a thing. I was at the Metropolitan Museum of the Arts recently because I'm a very cultured person, and it's like
art was one of our words as well.
That's right. That's true. It's become like a thing I've noticed where people are really elaborately posing in front of famous pieces of art, presumably to put on Instagram. I remember, like, when I was there, there was there was a girl posing in front of who's one of those like super communist painters who would like just paint a big square with like fuzzy edges. Someone,
is that communist?
Well, he was. There were a couple.
I thought you meant like the art style. This is
no.
Modern communism. But he was like from the Soviet Union. The artist was.
I think that's right. Yeah, and this was like a movement among like socialist, communist like artists to like do these like
minimalist. Interesting. Huh.
And she was like posing in front of this like what I would say is like a pretty complicated but minimal painting, and just like yelling at her boyfriend for not taking the photo correctly.
That's funny. Tell me your gorilla story though.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
So I grew up going to the Philadelphia Zoo, which is also, I think that's the first zoo in the country and is also one of the biggest, but it's not as big as San Diego.
Yeah.
And just a memory from when I was a little kid. And this is going to turn your story on its head because you saw an intelligent gorilla using tools.
Right.
I saw a gorilla spend, and I just stood there and watched like maybe 20 minutes peeling this orange, like just taking forever, painstakingly taking the peel off the orange. And do you know what it did when it was done?
What?
Tossed the orange away and ate up all the peels.
Oh,
idiot.
Although, really, it is an interesting, because after all, there are smart people and dumbass people. So it logically follows that there must be like smart gorillas and gorillas that are just dumbos.
That's true.
Oh, now I have a confession to make.
All right.
I've committed a crime, Josh.
Oh, geez. You sure this is being recorded?
It was a homophone crime.
Oh.
The word gorilla in our random word generator was gorilla, as in guerrilla warfare.
Oh, no.
And I knew you would take it to be the animal, and I didn't correct you.
You started the stories.
I did. I don't really have a guerrilla warfare story, John. But I do have guerrilla animal stories. So...
you know what? That's okay. If we were doing live improv and someone shouted out guerrilla, like guerrilla warfare, we all would think it was guerrilla, and there's no reason we should think otherwise. Although that audience member would be sitting there bummed out the whole rest of the show.
There was a trend in comic books to feature gorillas quite often. And,
yeah, that's right.
And using the phrase guerrilla warfare on the front cover, when spelled as the animal, was also quite popular whenever that was done.
I'll bet there's at least 3 Jimmy Olsen comics that are that.
Are we ready for?
Let's talk about the zoo a little bit more. Are you a big
Tell
zoo
me about
fan?
the zoo. Okay, so as a youth, I loved zoos, and I still quite enjoy them. But they are tempered now by I can't love them too much.
Yes.
When you think about like you would it is not the ideal situation for the animals. You know, you would want them out in the wild, and
right.
However, it is also unquestionably true that zoos are a vitally important part of conservation.
Right.
And they have to stay, functioning for that to happen. So they have to have visitors who to support the operation of the zoo. So as with many things, when you grow up, you realize there's a nuanced element to it.
Yeah, I find it very complicated, and it comes up often for me because my parents... So I'm an only child, and my parents, their hobby, once the... Oh my gosh, someone's racing on your street, it sounds.
That's the Uber driver, don't worry about it.
Listen to episode 5 of Big Town Improv to understand that joke.
One day I want to do a sequel to one of our long forms. Just see
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh,
but no, tell your story.
My parents, like, since the nest is empty, their hobby has become traveling around and going to all different zoos together. And so sometimes they'll come to where I am and want to go to a zoo that's there. So like I just moved to Queens, New York, and there's a zoo in the middle of what is it? Flushing Meadows Park, which is the park that the World's Fair took place at. So there's like remnants of the World's Fair, and there's like the zoo is built into it. So there's like a bird, little what do you call it, aviary or whatever, built into this weird, like, futuristic looking series of pipes and stuff. But anyway, so I just find myself going to zoos with my parents and hearing them talk about zoos, and they love it, and they love animals and all that. But I'm always that sort of debate of what.
I mean, like, there would be a lot more species that were extinct if it weren't for zoos. But it's like, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of Batman. There was an episode of Batman where Batman there's this district attorney or this lawyer who's very anti-Batman, right? Who keeps saying like we should arrest Batman because he's obviously breaking the law, which he is. But then the the lawyer gets kidnapped by all of Batman's colorful villains, and Batman has to rescue them. And in the course of this, they kind of have to work together, and they develop an understanding for each other. And at the end of the episode, the lawyer says like, "Okay, I can see why the city, why you do what you do, Batman, but I am still gonna work towards a city that doesn't need Batman." And Batman gives this little smile and he says, "So will I." And that's it was a very good episode, and it's the same point. Like the zoo is working towards a good zoo, I should say.
Right.
And there are bad zoos, so let's not think that there aren't. But a good zoo is working toward there not being a need for zoos.
Right.
But it doesn't get rid of the fact that you feel slightly guilty enjoying the zoo.
Yes. I remember an episode of Batman where he wanted to know how to beat Killer Croc, so he goes to the zoo and listens to a presentation on crocodiles.
Even though Killer Croc is not a crocodile, he's just a man with a disease that makes him somewhat resemble
Exactly.
it.
So again, you presented an episode where Batman is smart, and I presented an episode where Batman is dumb. Doctor, come in, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very alarming circumstances, I have to say.
Yes, I've been going over our study of our test chimp, and these readings are suggesting something that we maybe didn't foresee when we started this experiment.
He's a moron, isn't he?
We got a stupid chimp.
I knew it. I mean, you take the risk, don't you? Whenever you get a chimp, but look at him. Did you put in the Rubik's cube?
I did. It's in the room now. There's probably no reason to take a look, but why not? Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see what he's doing. All right. Well.
No, you solve one side first. Start with one full cut.
Now he's fully put it in his mouth.
All right. Let's see. Well, it could be, Professor, that this chimp is just not, book smart. Maybe he's like street smart. Maybe he's really intelligent in social situations. So I'm going to send in another chimp, and this chimp is wearing a very ugly dress. And if our chimp knows to politely spare the feelings of the second chimp,
right.
then we'll know that this it just has a lot of emotional intelligence. All right, send in the second chimp.
All right. Whoa. Okay, well, so he clearly straight up offended the chimp.
Look at it, it's walking off in a big huff.
Oh, wow.
It's going to take a while.
She's good on those high heels, though.
Oh, yes, that is definitely one of our smart chimps. Well, this is throwing off all of my data. You know that I was trying to prove that chimps are smart. Like,
right,
100% of them. And this is the one, and we've just gotten one chimp who's just messing things up.
And normally, in a scientific experiment, proving that something is untrue is just as useful and in telling us new information as learning that something is true. But in this case, not so, because the presentation tomorrow...
we already wrote the report.
Right, we really...
we screwed the pooch on this one, I'll tell you that. Wait.
What? What is it?
I've got a plan. All we have to do is somehow get our dumbass chimp up to the bare minimum level by tomorrow afternoon. Before the presentation.
All right.
And I think I've figured out how to do it. All right.
All right, Doctor. What's the plan?
All right, come with me.
Okay,
right.
let's see.
We have to make learning fun.
Learning fun?
I know what you're saying, but look here. What if I make it into a kind of a game, right?
All right.
So look here.
So yes.
If he successfully solves this equation, we'll give him an M&M.
Okay, that makes sense. He'll like M&Ms.
Everybody loves M&Ms, right? and if he can, let's see what other experiments. If he can find all the spelling errors in this book report that he wrote last week, we'll take him to the movies.
All right. Yes, this is a great plan. But the presentation is only in 2 days, so we're going to have to work very hard.
Agreed. All right. Let's see. Now remember, we can't get mad at him if he makes mistakes. You know, we have to be supportive.
Right.
I think maybe that was the mistake we were making. We were focusing on the consequences too much. You know.
Right.
We were just trying to teach him how to pass tests instead of inspiring a love of learning that would last him his whole life.
Right. Yes, I think that was the mistake we were making when we were trying to verbally teach human
concepts to a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee, yes.
All right, well, come on, let's open up the enclosure.
Okay.
Now, Flumbo. Flumbo, we're going to try something different now, all right? Now, I know what you're saying. You really hate these quadratic equations. But this time, every time you solve one of the quadratic equations, this bag of M&Ms.
Ooh.
You'll get one M&M. And more than that, I believe in you. And I know you can do it. Oh, look at him write.
Doctor, look, he's writing with a piece of chalk.
Incredible. Look at those equations. They're still not right, but I think this is definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, the idiots in the audience will definitely buy this. All right,
yes.
We're ready for the presentation.
Excellent.
Cut to the presentation. Dr. Rothwell.
Yes, Dr. Snidely.
Yes.
I see you've brought your hippo that can skateboard.
That's right, I have. I'm very interested to see your findings. I read your report. They seem very convenient.
Yes, well, I'm up next, so out of the way, Snidely.
All right, but when you go up to the stage, take care that you don't bump into the long table that's full of cream pies. When you go up there and prove that your chimp is very smart and won't cause a commotion.
16 years I've been presenting at the Royal Scientist Symposium, and have I ever bumped into the table of cream pies?
No, look, I know I'm your rival scientist, but I am looking out for you also.
Well, I appreciate it, Snidely. After all, there's not really enemies in science. We're both just trying to expand the total of universal human knowledge. Whoa, look at that hippo do that trick on his skateboard. That's pretty impressive, I have to say.
Yes, that was an ollie.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Royal Scientist Symposium, me and my assistant, Professor Grant, have come to the bold and optimistic conclusion that all chimps are smart. Once again, I repeat that all chimps are smart. To demonstrate, I have several chimps here. This first chimp, as you can see, is painting a masterpiece. Look at the long, elegant brushstrokes.
And this chimp, as you can see here, is building a long trail of dominoes that's going to make an interesting pattern when he knocks down the first one.
And finally, our third chimp, Flumbo, is going to do some interesting equations up here on the blackboard. All right, Flumbo, you're up.
Hey, Doc, I think it's working. Your plan to inspire the chimps to be smart, it's really... Hey, Doc.
Yes, what is it?
You don't have the... You have the bag of M&Ms, right?
I thought you had it.
No, I don't have it anywhere.
He's finishing the equation. He's gonna want... Flumbo is now holding his hand out for a high five.
Okay, as we buy this here in the audience.
I've been thrown! They're super strong. Chips are really strong.
Oh no, he's going right for the pies. Look out, Doc, he's throwing it at you.
Oh, the dignified scientists.
Oh no, you ducked out of the way and the pie hit the fancy lady. Oh, I never.
Oh dear. Oh no, Flumbo is picking up more pies. Oh no. It's all backfired, my dreams.
Wait a minute. What's that in Professor Snidely's pocket? What? These M&Ms? I brought them myself.
Oh dear.
Oh no. The chimps are surrounding him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the Scientific Symposium, I think I have clearly proven that based on his skill at throwing pies, doing the equations, and how his knowledge of human anatomy and killing Professor Snidely there proves that he is smart. He's just an asshole.
Hooray! Grant money to your laboratory.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the Museum of Modern Art. Are you here for the guided tour?
Yeah, I'm basically here for that. Is this gonna, are we gonna see, like, the real fucked up shit?
Yeah, obviously, this is the fucked up tour.
Good, I'm in the right place then.
You're the only one who signed up for this one, which is,
Oh, okay.
sad commentary on the state of art education in the world, if you ask me.
Yeah, but people don't appreciate this stuff enough.
Yes, I know. Why don't we start here in the main gallery, where we will say we will see. This is the famous Polish artist Radawowski's fucked up painting.
What a fucked up painting!
Yes, the title is "Geez, you want to see some shit?"
Dang, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, this is definitely this was 1910, and Radawowski was making a deliberate break from the previous school, which was shit that was not quite so fucked up.
Yeah. See, I never responded to that art as much because it's just wasn't.
It's kind of fucked up, but it's not fucked up enough.
It's not that fucked up.
Yeah. And then Radawowski broke off, and after spending a summer in Paris learning from the Impressionists,
right?
Yes,
I'm a bit of a fan of Radawowski. Yeah,
I understand. Perhaps you like this one. I don't normally show this one on the tour. It's one of his lesser-known pieces of art.
Awesome.
But this is some gnarly stuff right here.
Damn. That stuff is gnarly.
Yes. This was during his gnarly period, which spanned from 1914 to 1918, which he did a lot of bogus, gnarly art.
Yo, Radawowski, what kind of shit were you doing?
Well, it's very interesting because at the time, of course, the Russian Revolution was in full swing. Right. And Radawowski was just up to his ears in shit, man.
I bet, though. I bet.
Yeah. He just was getting... in fact, if you'll take a look at this one...
Okay.
The title of this piece is called "What the Hell Did I Smoke Last Night?"
And I can I see in parentheses underneath it says, "And can I have some?"
Yeah,
which I guess was
added later by Radawowski's.
It's an editorial,
Radawowski's apprentice, who he picked up at this time, is another artist whom I'm sure you know, Montpellier. Montpellier, who started the shit is dope style of art.
I'm kind of into that.
Because his shit was pretty dope.
Now this painting looks like it coincides with sort of the beginnings of Spanish Cubism.
Indeed, very good eye.
You know what? As I sort of study the life of Radawowski, it seems like he would just show up where extremely serious and important art movements were happening, and then just be a real shithead to everybody.
Yes. Cut to the life of Radawowski. I believe that in my painting here, the predominant use of blue represents a shared lack of understanding.
Yeah, that's dope. But why don't we just sprayed a bunch of fucked up red actual blood on it? Would that be so fucked up, right?
Radawowski, why are you even here?
I'm an artist like you guys. That's why I'm here at the salon.
I wish you would stop coming. All you do is do fucked up shit, man.
Yeah, that's what art's about. Art is about fucked up shit. Well, as Claude Monet, I don't think that art is about fucked up shit. I think it is about seeing the world at a glance. See, in this painting of a bridge, you get a sort of a gesture of what I see when I pass by the river of water lilies each day on my walk.
I'm intrigued, Claude, by your use of color. I mean, you have painted the blue of the river in actually a plethora of many different shades, not often found in nature.
Yeah, what if there was like a dead dog in the river? That'd be so fucked up, right?
It'd be kind of fucked up, yeah.
Don't humor him. This is my masterpiece.
It's pretty good, Claude.
Thank you.
Let's go over to sculpture. Auguste Rodin has done a very impressive piece. You're calling it The Thinker, I believe.
Yes, that's right. I think I'm French too, but I'm going to talk like this today.
Well, we don't want to confuse you with Monet, of course.
Yes, well, The Thinker, as you can see, it's very gestural. This pose is meant to evoke a certain feeling that we experience when our bodies enter this form ourselves, and
I'm going to stop you right there, Radawowski. He's not thinking about tits.
Dude, the dude is totally thinking about tits!
That's not what he's thinking about.
Probably like some weird, like, fucked up tits. Like,
always with the
nipples
fucked
are
up
pointing
shit.
out crazy directions. Well, look, I came here for a reason. You guys keep yelling at me, but I brought some of my art too.
Auguste, do you think we can look at Radawowski's art?
I suppose it's only
We don't want to be seen as stifling new thinking. I mean, that's after all why we left the classical art world behind. It was too hidebound. And all right.
It is true. Okay, Radawowski, show us what you have. Okay, here's a painting of a pasture.
This is actually quite lovely. You've really captured the essence of the farming lifestyle.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yes, I enjoy it. I didn't know you had that in you. I quite like it.
I don't. I found this painting, and on the back of it, I drew drew a big middle finger.
Oh, Radawowski, that's some fucked up shit. Back in the museum. So yes, this piece by Radawowski was recently purchased by the museum for $20 billion.
Dude,
Wait a minute.
Wait, am I not that guy?
We're back in the museum. Are you the incredibly elderly painter Radawowski come on a guided tour of your own artwork?
Hey, you got me. But wait a minute. If I were gonna go on a tour of my own artwork, that'd be like some like next level like narcissism, right? I guess you might even say
Radawowski, that's some fucked up shit.
Hey, oh man, that show was so funny. God, I'm still laughing.
Amazing. That was hysterical. Like,
yeah.
Probably the best thing I've seen in the theater for like all year.
Yeah. I did notice you. I'm surprised to hear you say that now because I noticed you looking like pretty bummed out and like.
No, it was really funny. Everything that happened was intended. You know, like that. It was all perfectly intentional.
What? I'm sorry. Explain that.
Okay, so when I said gorilla, I meant the animal. Duh, right? Like that's what I meant. Obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah. That I mean, and then they made a really funny show based on that. But you seemed really sad the whole time. You're kind of moping, and I thought you'd be happy they used your suggestion.
Well, okay, fine. I didn't mean the animal.
What?
I meant guerrilla, like guerrilla warfare.
Oh.
As you
Why
you
didn't
know,
you want to admit that?
Well, you know that I didn't know what a gorilla was until this show. I was raised.
No, I don't know that. We just walked out of the show.
I assumed it would have been obvious, considering how shocked I was when they were talking about. Okay, so here's the thing. I was raised in a war-torn nation where instead of two armies battling each other head to head, the armies had to split into smaller groups and make small targeted strikes against valuable military targets. And that's what I thought gorilla was. And so when they did this show, and apparently it's a large primate, I was shocked. And so I tried to pass it off that I always knew. I was trying to make myself look more intelligent, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to make yourself look more intelligent, but also it was probably fine that they just heard it as something else. You know, you didn't have to be sad about it. But I'm learning so much about you. I'm glad I asked you to come to this show.
Yeah. Well, it's just I feel like people should be able to tell what I mean, based on what I say, rather than what the actual spelling of a given word is.
Right. That makes for a hard life, but I guess you're from another country.
A tragic war-torn nation.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, anyway, let's. Want to grab a drink or something? We can stop in this bar.
Okay, wait, I don't want to walk into a bar. That's a long, heavy piece of metal.
Okay, I see. No, here in America, a bar is or a pub. It's a place where you can buy drinks.
Oh, I knew that, of course.
No, I know you didn't know that. You don't have to pretend.
Let's just go inside, okay?
All right. Oh, this is a pretty trendy place, it looks like.
No, it's like a gastropub or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a word I know, despite not knowing.
What country are you from again?
I'm from the Independent Republic of Homophoneless.
Okay. Homophoneless. So that's why you speak perfect English, but it seems like you speak a version of English where no sound of a word is ever duplicated.
It's actually a much easier language because there's no confusion. Anyway, why don't you remain stationary for a minute, okay?
Huh?
I thought I told you to grab me some writing paper and utensils. Stationary.
Oh, okay. Well, that. And I guess this version of English, remain means go get some. But yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, occasionally certain words have random different meanings. Also, I should have said that's actually a bigger problem with the language.
I've worked next to you for 2 years. How has this never come up?
Well, I mean, we never really hung out, did we?
It's true. It's true. Well, anyway, I just have a notepad with me. You can.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah,
if you want. I'm gonna order a drink.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what you would do well, get me one too, if you don't mind.
Sure. What are you drinking?
Thinking some pretzels.
Okay. Well, I guess that's not a weird thing to say. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. You just want to eat some pretzels, is that right?
I want to. It's happened again. Okay, so in the Republic of Homophoneless, which, by the way, has, by the name of the country, also has in parentheses, and also some other strange idiosyncrasies about the language we use.
Yeah.
The word drinks means solid foods.
Okay, well that's confusing. All right, well let me go order. Hey buddy, what do you have? Can I get Sam Adams and some pretzels, please? Pretzels for my friend over there. Yeah, sure. Hang on. Tommy? Is that you?
What the? Wilbur?
Holy cow, I haven't seen you since back in the old country.
Oh, wow. Do you remember when we made that military strike against the power station?
I do.
In our tragic war-torn nation? I mean, I know a lot of people think it's just a funny country because of the weird language that we have, but it's actually very sad that it's been gripped by civil war for the past 25 years.
Oh, that's... I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, buddy, I could slap you upside the head, which is how we say give a hug.
Oh, I'm learning so much about the English language here instead of homophone-Lasonian, which is what our language is called.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
yeah.
I could really...
What are the odds you two would meet up?
Oh, I mean, whoa. What did you just say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
Odds? What are the odds that you two would meet up?
Take a bullet to the gut, you son of a bitch. That's
Why
my
don't you
mother.
go kill yourself?
That's my mother you're talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about his mother. What? No, what I'm saying is it's unlikely that you would meet up. All right, that's it. Out of my bar. Get out of my
Wilbur, I'm sorry I brought
gastropub.
this asshole in here.
Wait, what is... You guys are acting like I'm trying to be nice, and you guys are acting like I'm saying some fucked up shit.
Whoa, okay. We are very proud, for the first part, that our nation is the homeland of famous fucked up
Polish
shit artists who, after leaving the nation of Poland, founded the glorious Republic of Homophoneless. And do you know why he founded this nation and made a bunch of strange, arbitrary changes from the English language?
Why?
Because Radawowski, that's some fucked up shit! That's also our national anthem.
Boy, I wish I could think of one other homophone.
I know, the moment you need one.
Yeah. That's alright.
Ready for some more random words, Josh?
Some random words to inspire our long form.
This
scene,
is our long
which follows
form scene.
those other long form scenes we just did.
God damn it. All right, here we go. Main, indication, story, tank, problem, C, communication, minor. Minor, I don't want to get into this again, so it's minor as in a person who works in a mine.
Okay.
Retiree and recover. Oh, another long day in the mines.
Yeah, this is back-breaking work, but
Elmer, how close are you to retirement?
well, I wish I could say it's closer, but I'm still 5 to 7 years off before I can retire from here. What about you, Thad?
Oh man, well let me check my app. Oh man, I still got 8.5 years till retirement, man. Oh.
Yeah, I keep resetting my app, every time we run into financial trouble, but well, I guess that's just the way it is.
Nothing we can do. Well, we might as well keep mining these valuable diamonds, I suppose.
I suppose so.
We really don't get enough appreciation for all the work we do, I have to say.
No, we certainly don't. And, all these diamonds go to the rich, fat cats who hire us, and yet we don't.
True. They decorate their jewelry and their valuables and with beautiful diamonds that we dig up.
Yeah, they
and do we ever get a thank you?
No, of course not. For all the jewels we give them that they use to decorate their gigantic manor that overlooks our poor downtrodden village.
Man. I tell you, do you know what I would say to the Baron if I saw him?
Well, what's that, Thad?
I'd say, "Hey, Baron." Let me just glance around and make sure nobody. Yeah. I'd say, "You suck." Hey, we're deep into mine. We're deep into mine. What would you say? What would you say?
No one will hear. Okay. If I were going to see the Baron, I guess what I would say is, "Hey, Baron.
Yeah.
Suck on these."
Oh man! Oh no, we would never actually say that though, because he's much too powerful and wealthy.
Very powerful, and yeah.
All right. Well, let me
hang on. Wait.
What is it?
It's nothing. Usually, it's just us who work down in this mines.
Yeah, this is our tunnel. This is Elmer and Thad's diamond tunnel.
Yeah. Well, then what's this guy approaching us for? This guy who's hunched over, wearing a big blanket, and face is covered with a long white beard.
Well, judging by the sight of him, he's much too elderly to be any kind of threatening figure.
Right.
Hey, old timer, what brings you to this diamond tunnel?
Me? Why, I'm one of the miners also. I'm here to observe my subject. Also mine diamonds.
Oh yeah, that's what we do down here in these tunnels. Mine diamonds all day long, isn't it right, Elmer?
That is right, Thad. Well, newcomer, it seems you've stumbled into Thad and Elmer's
subversive chat. Listen, oh man, I can see that you've forgotten your pickaxe. Why don't you borrow mine for a minute?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Looks like it's a bit heavy for you.
Oh, that poor old timer. You've been working a long time. Hey, check your app. How much longer do you have until retirement?
My app? Yes, I'm looking at it here.
Wow, look at that phone. It's emblazoned with beautiful diamonds.
That wasn't mine. I must have found it somewhere. Anywho, we'd better get back to work.
Oh, yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah, we wouldn't want the tight-assed old Baron finding out that we were slacking on the job and chatting.
Yeah. Boy, I bet if he found out something like that, he could take some of these diamonds, put them in his asshole, and turn them into more diamonds.
It's true. Oh, you know what he'd say if he saw us slacking off like this? You know what he'd probably say?
What? Tell him, Thad.
You'll like this old timer. I got a Baron impression. This is my Baron impression. You should be working.
Why don't you get back to work?
Hey, that's pretty good. That's just how he sounds. You're not bad, old timer.
Yes, I also hate the Baron.
Don't we all? Let me take that pickaxe and take another swing into this wall of stone, hoping to find diamonds.
Yeah, I guess I'll do the same. You can work on the other wall, old timer.
Man, it's so hard, though we are extremely in good shape from all the swinging of the pickaxe.
Yep. We look at our rippling abs.
Yeah, except for that poor old timer who's clearly been working in this mine much too long. You know, that's another thing I have to say I don't like about the Baron, is the fact that he makes us all work for a really long time until we're very old.
Perhaps you two are being a bit hard on the Baron, aren't you?
I mean, it could be. I try to be open-minded.
Thad and I are open-minded miners.
Yeah. Wait. Elma, come here.
Huh?
Come here.
What is it?
Help me. Get out your tools. Get out your tools. Chisel.
Oh, okay.
Careful. Oh, look at the size of this diamond.
Oh, that's the biggest diamond I ever seen.
This diamond has got to be at least the size of 18 other smaller diamonds put together.
I think we can be fairly certain of that. We've seen.
We gotta carefully get it out of the rock without damaging it.
All right, yeah, we gotta make sure we get this because we're gonna have to deliver this large diamond to the
Inquisitor General who expects all our quotas.
Yeah. And then
wait. I got it. Look at her. She's a beauty. Look at how she glimmers.
Wow, beautiful. This is gonna fetch the manor people a pretty penny. Of course, we get paid our flat rate.
Yeah. same amount, no matter how many diamonds we dig out of the mine.
Yeah.
Or how valuable.
But it is a rate, so even if we don't mine any diamonds, we do still get paid.
Yeah, that is true. That is the fair part of having a flat rate as opposed to working by commission. Though the downside is a lot of people die in these mines. The Baron is still not a good employer.
Yeah. So
wait.
Yeah.
So
what?
Plan just to. I'm thinking.
Something's cooking in your head, Thad.
Okay. Old timer, Elmer, hear me out here. Standard operating procedure is to take this big wheelbarrow full of diamonds that we've been digging up all day, and when we clock out in 20 minutes, we go back up the tunnel, we bring it to the Inquisitor General, and he logs all the diamonds, and then we go home for the day, right?
Yes, of course. We all know that. That's what we do every day.
Right. Well, we got a big wheelbarrow full of diamonds already. What if we don't turn in the big one?
What? Thad, you're talking crazy.
No, hear me out. That big diamond would fetch a lot of money if it was sold, and we could sell it instead of allowing the Baron's men to take it down to market day and sell it themselves at the price they set.
But well, that's a pretty good idea now that I think about it. But
what say you, old timer? I have often found that age brings wisdom.
Yes, and my opinion is you should not subvert the Baron, and you should definitely turn it in to the Inquisitor General post-haste.
But I have also found that age can sometimes mean a uncomfortable tendency to stick to the status quo instead of pushing boundaries.
That is right about that.
Yeah.
No, you see, I must insist that the Baron get his hand on this large diamond as soon as possible.
What would he do with it? He'd just use it to make another big diamond dinner plate, or stud his toilet with more diamonds, or, make a big old diamond display case for his other diamonds.
Yes, all of those things are things that the Baron might do, and isn't it important that he get that done and as soon as possible? Hey, old timer, seem to have dropped your beard there.
No.
Wait a minute. Hey, stand up straight.
Yeah, and take off that concealing robe.
Confound it! All right, you found me. It's me, the Baron.
Oh, sir, we didn't know it was you, the Baron.
Thad? Awkward, right?
No kidding, Elmer. Listen, Baron. What are you doing down here? Why have you come to the mine in disguise?
Well, you see, I spend so much time up at the manor, and getting all the diamonds brought to me, and I'm cloistered from the village down below, and I started to hear rumblings of discontent here in the mines, and I couldn't believe it was true, and so I decided to, as your boss, to sort of go undercover as one of the miners myself, a sort of undercover boss, and discover...
Well, a strange concept. And what have you learned from this bit of deception?
Well, I hoped to discover for myself if to prove to myself that the miners who work for me are not disgruntled and overworked, but I suppose I've proved only just the opposite, and here I find you two planning to break the laws and take the diamond for yourself.
It's true, but I want you to think about this, Baron. It's true we were planning to break the rules and keep this big diamond for ourselves and thus deprive you of probably a fairly substantial profit. But on the other hand, I think you have discovered that many of the conditions that you subject your employees to are quite unfair. And maybe if we had better working situations, we would be less likely to do things like this, like taking a big diamond.
Thad, I hear what you're saying, and, well, my heart is open to hearing what happens here in these mines, but, this is a lot to take in, but I think my point of view is changing.
Well, that's good.
The only thing is, were you to take this large diamond out of the village, you'd almost certainly be seen by the guards. There's no way you would get it past the border.
You're right. Naturally.
Hey, he has a good point.
But, I mean, on the other hand, you, the Baron, in this feudal system of government under which we live, could simply, you could simply say, guards, don't arrest Elmer and Thad.
Oh, were it that easy. The problem is, all of the people of the manor are wicked and evil people who are greedy and love diamonds. You see, I'm just one player in this whole game of...
That's true. Why, Elmer's brother was whipped to death by the Inquisitor General for the crime of speaking an opinion about primetime television.
Yeah, boy, I do miss my brother Wilmer, and I just wish he got the good place, you know? Everybody likes it. Or at the very least, why does he have to say that he doesn't like it, you know?
No,
let us have our fun.
I agreed with the Inquisitor General's criticism. I think he overreacted by whipping your brother to death.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Wilmer.
But Baron, what you're saying is that even you, who seem powerful, are trapped in this system?
Knowing what I know now, I suppose that's true. I am sort of trapped, as we're all trapped.
I suppose, in a way, your beautiful diamond-encrusted palace is just as much a dreary mine in which many workers die.
Yes, I agree. It's just as terrible a prison as what you experience. I also have hardship.
Can you imagine? I mean, after all, you have to eat sumptuous meals every day.
Right, I do, and those are good, but I'm around people that I've just recently learned are immoral.
Very good point. Well, what are we going to do? I guess the only thing then to do is to submit to the current status quo and turn in the diamond with the other smaller diamonds that we mined today.
Yep, there's nothing else to do here in the dystopia in which we live, but continue doing what we've always done before.
Wait a minute, though. Baron, if they find out that you were in disguise visiting your own workers, will you face some kind of consequence?
Oh, no. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Yes, the moment that I leave from here, they're going to wonder who I am. As you know, they inspect each miner as he leaves. You have to swipe your card.
Yeah, you imposed that system.
Yes, I know it well.
Wait. I've got it. Hey, Elmer, help me scoop some of these diamonds out of the wheelbarrow.
Okay, where are we taking them?
No, just leave them on the floor.
Okay.
Now, Baron, you get into the wheelbarrow, okay?
Okay.
And we'll scoop the diamonds on top of you, take a deep breath, and now look. It looks like we've just got a regular wheelbarrow full of diamonds, but you're actually concealed inside it.
Oh my, I've rarely ever experienced such discomfort, although we all agree that I have experienced my fair share, though.
Oh, yeah. If anything, it's equal or worse than...
Worse. Yeah.
All right. We'll wheel the wheelbarrow out. They'll put you in the unlocked storage cupboard for the night with all the other diamonds. And then you just sneak out and go back to the palace.
Hey, wait a minute, Dad. Look, we're all trapped here and we want to escape this land for a better world, isn't that right?
That's true. We could go to the utopian nation that borders our nation.
Oh, are you talking about, Equalitaria?
Equalitaria, where according to the stories that I've heard, they're a free people, and everyone has enough to eat every night. And,
yeah. And
I
heard that
have emotional fulfillment in their lives.
Oh, yes, I've only heard of this land in stories, but oh gosh, I dream of that sort of life where I maintain my extreme wealth,
but I'm still able to have a fulfilling and
social life, which it's hard not to.
Yeah, in Egalitaria, they say everybody, has a vote about what the country does.
Yeah, and nobody works in the mines. The mines are empty in Egalitaria.
Oh, what a land. And the border is only 10 miles away, but we'd never make it past the patrols.
Well, hang on. Sorry, do you mind if I come out from the diamonds for a moment?
Sorry, I thought this plan was going to happen sooner. Go ahead.
Sorry. What if, rather than escaping from the storage closet and heading to back to the manor, what if I returned to the mine and got the large diamond? Then I could meet you two at a decided meeting point, and.
Oh, I see where you're going, Baron. Then we pose as foreign traders on Diamond Market Day. We sell the diamond, and we use the proceeds to make it to pay one of the many gangs of roving secret smugglers to smuggle us across the border into Egalitaria.
That's precisely what I'm thinking.
Oh, it's brilliant. All right. Okay, good.
The only problem is there are going to be obstacles in our way. First of all, the first thing we're going to have to deal with is the diamond sniffing police.
They're gonna sniff out the diamonds, yeah. Well, what could we do about that?
Well, I happen to know that the chief of the diamond police is a great fan of a wandering minstrel who by the name of Wilmer Smithson. Although he apparently hasn't been around recently. Wait, Wilmer? That's my brother, the guy who was killed.
Oh, that sucks. What an unfortunate coincidence.
Of course, but you bear a striking resemblance, Elmer.
Well,
what?
We're twins.
So that makes sense then.
Yeah. Oh, but wait. So you're saying that Elmer could disguise himself as Wilmer, but there's a problem with that plan, Baron.
What is it?
Elmer here has no musical talent at all.
I'm terrible at music.
His skills lie in the visual area of the arts.
Oh, and the chief of police hates visual arts.
It's true. I once saw him smash up a impressionist sculpture. Oh.
Well, look. If that's what it's gonna take for us to get through, I'll try to get really good at the recorder by the time you meet us up, and I will take on the role of my brother Wilmer.
But wait, even if we get past the captain of the diamond sniffers, there's more obstacles we have to get through.
Yes,
because
I'd say there's 2 more obstacles.
That seems appropriate, right?
I mean, things happening in 3s tend to be more satisfying.
Yes, we'd have to make it past the Gate of Riddles, which circles the whole country. And they don't let you through it unless you correctly answer a riddle. It's a brilliant security measure.
Right. Yes, it's saved us a lot of money on hiring customs agents. And
it's true, because only people who successfully answer the riddle. No matter, that's the only qualification.
But they're hard riddles.
They are very hard riddles. Oh my gosh.
It would take someone who's strikingly intelligent and perceptive to be able to get past those. The only person in the history of this country who'd ever be smart enough was a man named Tad Johnson. But I haven't seen him around recently.
Tad Johnson was my brother, who was whipped to death by the Inquisitor General. For the crime of questioning too many scientific principles. He wondered where a rainbow came from. Which was against the dogma of the nation.
Well, hey, Tad, you look just like Tad because you're his identical twin brother.
Ah, that's true.
So maybe you'll be able to convince the riddle master that you're just as smart as him also.
So you're saying we have to get past first the captain of the diamond sniffers by you pretending to be your wandering minstrel brother and playing him a ballad so beautiful that he lets us go. Uh-huh. And then we must pass through the Gate of Riddles, where I will have to pretend to be my brother and solve the riddle master's hardest riddles. But even if we get past those 2 obstacles, there's still the Inquisitor General. Who patrols the country on horseback every night, riding around it.
He's extremely fast. He rides around just looking for anything that could possibly be trouble, in his opinion.
It's true, and he's the greatest warrior that this nation has ever produced. Except, of course, for the previous Baron, who was, of course, a very brilliant warrior until he was tragically struck down by the Inquisitor General, who somehow got away with killing the head of the government that he works for.
Yes, we're all scared of him.
I don't even know why he's accepted a more subservient position than you. I guess he just likes having a hands-on job.
That's always been the sense that I've gotten. However, one thing that I know about the Inquisitor General is that he's an extremely superstitious man. As you two probably know, the former Baron was my identical twin brother.
Yeah, of course.
So, perhaps our one and only way to get past the Inquisitor General is for me to pretend to be my brother, Baron Marin.
But Baron Taran, do you really think that would work?
I think if I am convincing enough, I'll be able to convince him that I am my brother, returned as a ghost to seek vengeance and scare him away.
It's true that the Inquisitor General, though he killed your brother, maintains a healthy fear of him. After all, it was your brother that gave him that disfiguring scar.
That's right. Well, all right. I think we've addressed all of the obstacles.
Oh, that does seem like the trifecta of obstacles that we would have to deal with. All right. Well, all right. Let's get you in the wheelbarrow.
Okay. Boy, Thad, when I came to work this morning, I didn't expect that anything like this would happen.
Oh, you're not wrong, Elmer. Who would have thought that we would concoct a plan to escape from Oppressivania and make it all the way to Egalitaria?
Wow.
I guess we won't have to wait for those. I'm looking forward to when I can delete my app from this phone and not worry.
Yes. Meanwhile, in the dark, aspiring tower of the Inquisitor General.
Crashing lightning.
My lord, I bring news.
What is it, Dunstan?
It is said that Baron Terran has not been seen in the palace all day.
What? That's most unusual.
It's true. He was scheduled to count diamonds from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the only thing that was on his schedule, but I think he still has hardships nonetheless.
Yes, we all do here. Why, recently, my coffee order, they completely misspelled Inspector General and,
They spell it Inspector even though you're the Inquisitor General. That's so bad. That's terrible.
So annoying, that those baristas.
Naturally, you all had them whipped to death, surely, my lord.
Of course, I pulled out my whip right there and killed all the baristas.
Well, I do have some good news.
What is?
Report from the Gate of Riddles that the Riddle Master has come up with a real doozy.
Excellent. What of
The captain of the Diamond Sniffers also reports that his dogs are getting much better at smelling out amethysts and emeralds as well as regular diamonds.
Right, and I believe he's almost finished training them to sniff out bad musicians, isn't that right?
It's true, yes. He said that was a weird 180 from the previous job of his dogs, but he got on it right away.
Still, the absence of Baron Terran is most alarming, and
It's true, my lord. What should I do if we find him?
bring him to me. You see-
Alive?
Yes, bring him to me alive, so that I can kill him.
Just like you killed his brother. Oh, I didn't mean to mention.
Dunstan, you're never to mention that. Here I am pulling out my small whip that doesn't kill.
But it does extremely hurt. It's very painful.
Now go! Find me the Baron. I'm about to get on my horse and ride it all the way down my tower and start going really fast over the whole country.
And once, my lord.
I will find Baron Terran, and I will exact my revenge that one might think I already exacted by killing the man who gave me this scar. But
It's so disfiguring.
hey, who are you? Get out of here!
Oh, sorry, my lord.
Talking crow. Anyway, to me, my scary black steed with glowing red eyes. Meanwhile, we've been waiting out here a while. I hope the Baron didn't forget us.
I think. Wait, I see someone coming, and they're glittering brightly as though their clothes are studded with many diamonds.
Oh, here I am, boys. I'm about ready to go. You've probably noticed this isn't my usual clothing. I'm wearing the garb of my brother.
Oh, it's his good diamond armor. It was said by the sages that this armor was immune to the strikes of a whip. That was what...
Yes. It turns out that was wrong, right?
Yeah, he got killed by a whip. Really should have just tested that before going into the duel with the Inquisitor General.
Anyway, look, I've brought along a wheelbarrow, and underneath all of this hay is the large diamond that's going to help us start our life in the new world.
Brilliant. All we have to do is head down to the diamond market. We need to disguise ourselves as passing foreign traders who have already made it through the gates in order to sell this diamond. So I've got disguises here for us, okay?
Okay.
Here. This is a fake mustache made out of a crab claw I painted black. That's for you, Thad.
Thanks, Thad.
I need Elmer.
I'll fix that to my lip.
Sorry, with the big black mustache, you look a lot like me. I got confused.
Yeah.
And then for you, Baron, you've got your brother's armor on, but we can't be recognized yet, so I want you to put on this ratty brown robe, okay?
Okay.
And I brought your beard back as well.
Right, I should have kept it.
And then for me, I have this enormous yellow turban and a pair of booty shorts. Okay?
Neither of them are particularly culturally sensitive, but it's what we've got.
It was the only disguises I had. My wife didn't have time to make anything new. Let's go. Wait, before we get going, everybody be quiet. Be quiet. If you listen very closely, you can hear the hymns of Egalitaria in the distance, singing their songs of joy.
Hooray, hooray, Egalitaria!
Everyone is equal and free.
Hooray, hooray, Egalitaria! If you aren't
You okay there?
Yeah. Hold on, let me go to a lower register. land where we are free. If you aren't sad, you are me.
Oh, the wind's changed. We can no longer hear it, but that's what we're going for, boys.
Wow, and that rhyme would have been impressive if he got to it right away. But now I can't tell if he thought of it quick or not.
That's all right. All right, come on.
Okay.
There's the merchant.
Excuse me, we have diamond to sell.
Yes, please let us sell the diamond.
Let me take a look at your diamond. I am off to the Baron's palace to decorate his new cabinet, and we need a lot of big diamonds.
Oh, that's going to be such a nice cabinet.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a nice big diamond. This will look good on the top of the cabinet. Man, if he didn't get to see that cabinet when it was finished, you could call that a hardship.
Yes, I agree. All three of us agree.
Now, let's see here. I give you 400 money.
400 money? Did you hear that, Thad?
No, wait. We want no, we want 500 money. Haggling.
Smart.
450.
600 money!
That is too much. I don't accept that bargain. You would have to take your business elsewhere.
Oh no, I screwed it up, Thad.
It's alright. We accept the 450.
Yeah, 400 was plenty.
Fine, I count it out. Here you go. There's 450 money. Now, foreign traders, since you have no more diamonds, you have nothing to fear from the diamond sniffer.
Oh, good, because I did not get better at the...
Wait! Stop
no.
there! The captain of the Oppressivania Diamond Sniffers is here for an inspection.
Oh, boy.
Now, you there, foreign traders.
Us?
Yes. You say that you brought these diamonds from foreign lands?
Yes, that's right. We're from foreign lands up in the north. That's the name of the country north of here.
Yes, of course it is. Well, if that's true, then my dogs should smell foreign diamonds on you, which they have been trained to detect, instead of local diamonds. The dog is sniffing you. It's barking loudly. Wait a minute. This is a crab claw. Are you Wilmer the minstrel? You were my favorite minstrel. But I thought you were whipped to death by my boss, the Inquisitor General.
No, I wasn't. It's me, Wilmer.
I've
returned.
I should take you to the death pits for murder processing, but for this crime.
Can I ask why? We're foreign traders, and you discovered.
No, you're not. I just discovered you were in disguise smuggling diamonds, which is a crime.
I see.
The dogs have smelled local diamonds on you instead.
But please, I'm your favorite minstrel.
That's true. I love the ballads that you would sing.
Couldn't you be
I've
persuaded by a song?
Well, all right. I guess I could look the other way just this once if you sing me a beautiful ballad like you did in the old days, Wilmer.
Okay.
Here, I still have your old lute.
Now, Elmer, what you need to know is that recently the dogs have been trained to sniff out bad musicians.
Yeah, that's right. They can sniff out diamonds that are processed locally, diamonds that have come from foreign lands, and bad musicians. Those are the three things they've been trained to sniff.
So they're going to be passing judgment the whole time that you play a song.
It'll be obvious if you're a bad musician even without the dog's judgment.
But even more so if you are, because they're going to bite you.
Right, exactly. Now, remember, sing the ballad about the handsome captain, I guess. That would make sense.
All right. Me.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Pluck. There once was a handsome captain who always sailed in his ship. Whenever he ate potatoes, he always had onion dip. And when... it's the end.
The dogs seem to be of two minds, but I loved it.
Yeah, can you get this one to stop biting my hand?
Bruto, stop that. I can't arrest a man who sings 4 beautiful lines of a song. Go on.
And they rhymed.
Go on, get to the gate of riddles.
Yep, that's where we're heading. Thank you, Diamond Sniffer, Chief Diamond Sniffer.
You're welcome. Sometimes I too wish I could escape from this horrible hellscape. Though I am part of the oppressive system, I feel like I also have hardships.
Yes, we all agree with that. In fact, why don't you come with us?
Oh, well, really? Is that all right with you guys? He's been an antagonist for a long time. He's killed a lot of people with his
We don't
dog.
have a lot of time. Let's go.
All right, come on. All right, I'm gonna knock on the door of the Gate of Riddles. I hope it doesn't creak open.
Wow, immediately after you said it.
Right. We have come to see the Riddle Master to pass through the gate.
I am the Riddle Master.
And have you a riddle?
I do. Ahem. Only if you correctly answer my riddle may you pass.
What happens if we get it wrong?
Then you die.
All right. What is the riddle, oh Riddle Master?
Yes, here is your riddle. And this is a new one that's very hard. Only the smartest among you will be able to solve this one, if such a person even exists.
Well, I am Tad, the very clever, who did not die at the whip of the Inquisitor General.
Oh my, I thought you had died.
I didn't, and I'm here, and though it doesn't really affect whether or not I'm him or someone else, but I will take the riddle.
Okay, great Tad, man of great mind. Here is your riddle, the hardest one ever created. Ahem. A plane crashes on the border of the US and Canada. Where do you bury the survivors? It's really hard, Thad.
That's extremely hard. What do you think, Captain of the Diamond Sniffers? I got nothing. I've never been beyond the Gate of Riddles.
As much as I hate to say it, I've never been either. I am somewhat familiar with the laws of nations, but gosh, I don't know. Do you bury those survivors in Canada, or do you bury those survivors in the U.S.?
Wait, everybody be quiet. I must acquire a Zen state, okay?
All right.
Ding!
Huh?
Riddle Master, I have your answer.
Then tell me.
You do not bury the survivors You bury the people who died.
That answer is acceptable.
It would be less ambiguous in another place, but here we do bury people alive occasionally. It's awful. Then, Riddle Master, we choose to go through the gate.
Very well. I am glad to have met you, Tad, man of great intelligence.
Riddle Master, do you enjoy your life here, asking riddles whenever
not
people...
at all. I wish I could leave, but I'm stuck here at the border telling riddles.
Come with us, Riddle Master. We go to Egalitaria.
Well, may I?
Where, to enter different sections of the country, you do not have to answer riddles.
Oh, my. But do I have to ask them?
No. At least I don't think so. I've never been there before. But...
Yeah, we're not sure. Well, come on. Let's go. Let's walk out the other side of this gate.
Oh, there it is. Well, there's only the great endless desert and the ominous tower of the Inquisitor General.
Well, the Inquisitor General is probably out on his patrol, so there's no reason that he would be in his tower right now. It's actually pretty good timing.
Yeah, that's right. All we need to do is find one of the smugglers who can get us across the desert to Egalitaria's border.
I'll do it!
Oh, it's Hunk Sleeky, the great smuggler.
Yep, that's me.
You will be relevant to the plot in no way save that you, oh my gosh, someone's bearing down on you with a whip! Hunk! Oh no! He's been killed! How? But Inquisitor General, how? You were really far away a little while ago.
Yes, my horse is really fast.
Curses!
But how did you find us? You were far from here. I have my helper, Dunstan.
That's right. I took the form of a crow and was following you the whole time.
Well, so you all are planning to leave the country.
Inquisitor General, let me peck them.
I have a better idea. I'm going to kill them all with my whip.
But wait! Master, who is that one in the grubby robe with his hood drawn over his face and a long beard?
Clearly someone very poor and not supernatural in any way.
You're quite correct, Master. There's no need to fear any of these miscreants.
Why don't you take another look?
He did the cool toss the robe off thing.
It was cool, and it's Baron Marin.
But he died at your whip, Master.
No. What are you, some sort of spirit?
It must be Baron Marin because he is wearing the same armor and looks identical.
Yes, we know someone who looks identical to Baron Marin, Baron Terran. However, he wears different clothes.
Correct, Master. Therefore, a supernatural explanation is the only one.
What can I do? My whips would never be able to touch an incorporeal being from the nether realm.
It's true, Master. Therefore, I, Dunstan the Shapeshifter, will take the form of a black sword. Perhaps my magical nature will allow you to strike him down.
Excellent. Hang on.
Real quick group powwow, Inquisitor General.
All right, just for a moment, though. Yeesh.
Okay, so we weren't planning on there being an actual fight here. Anybody got any kind of idea? I didn't know. I also didn't know that he had a shape-shifting servant. That's a little bit more fantastical than I was.
Yes, it is perhaps the most fantastical element we've experienced so far.
Wait.
What do we know about the Inquisitor General?
Well, he wears black armor. He has a disfiguring scar across his face left by your brother. He rides a really fast horse. He's terrified of your brother, but he seems to be getting over that a little bit.
I guess he loves following and enforcing the rules.
That's true. But, I mean, we can't really use that against him as a weakness because none of us are really familiar with all of the rules of this nation. Except
But I am.
That's true. Maybe it means that, Baron, you need to stop living in your brother's shadow and use your own skills.
Yeah, Baron. I mean, just think of all you've accomplished already. You know, you came and learned about what life is like for us.
You took the initiative to go into a tunnel in disguise. No one told you to do that.
And then you helped us form this plan, and we've gotten far already.
Yeah, me, the captain, and the riddle master both agree.
Yes, although we don't know as much about the backstory as the rest of it. This is sort of you guys' thing, I think, so...
It was nice of you to bring us along, though. All right. Baron,
oh, gosh, I can't imagine, Thad. What if we have to go back to the mines?
Oh, Elmer, that would be terrible.
You know what? I'm just going to reset my app already in preparation for it.
I guess that's all we can do.
Wait a moment. The app. You have to reset it every time you miss work.
Well, yeah, that's the rules.
So... I'm starting to get there.
That Inquisitor General, he's a tyrant, but he is patient and accommodating.
Are you guys done yet?
Just another minute.
Okay, let me know. I'm holding my black magic sword.
We shall slay them, and I will devour their souls, Master, when they are done.
So...
The app, what could we do?
Well,
wait. Everybody in the nation has to use this app whenever they punch out of whatever their job is.
Yeah, that includes the Inquisitor General.
But again, that can't really help us, can it, Baron?
Wait. You see, you're on the clock as an employee of the nation so long as you're within the borders of the nation. However, the desert of the endless desert that we're in now isn't included within those borders.
Sure.
And since the Inquisitor General's tower is in that desert, it means he's constantly breaking rules.
Oh.
Inquisitor General, might I see your cell phone?
Should you do it, Master?
Well, he is the Baron. The old Baron.
I mean, technically, being the previous Baron, he would still be in charge if he did manage to return from death.
But I'm not the previous Baron. I'm the current Baron, Terran.
What? He's not a ghost at all, Master! Kill him at once!
I'll still... what subterfuge? I guess I'll still use this giant black sword, because it's still really potent and powerful.
Indeed.
But you asked to see my phone. Here you go. Interesting. It seems you haven't reset your work app.
It's true, Master. You did not reset it yet.
Of course not. I'm on the clock right now.
That's true. He's working right now, killing you guys. And that poor smuggler who we already killed.
Hey, Thad. Don't you think now it would have been a lot more dramatic to reveal that the desert is not within the boundaries of the country? As it stands, we're just going to hear it again.
Well, I mean, that's true, but and as with many plans, it feels like speaking it beforehand gives it a certain unlikelihood of succeeding.
Right.
Well, let's hear what... I guess the Baron's gonna say it anyway. Here we go.
The desert isn't within the borders of the land. You've been breaking the rules all along. In fact, you're no longer the Inquisitor General.
Okay, a thought just occurred to me. Elmer, even though the Baron has said that, the Inquisitor General is not really beholden to not just kill us anyway. I mean, he loses nothing by killing us all and preventing that knowledge from getting out, right?
This guy is really powerful, and it's really hard to think of a clever way to beat him.
I mean, I
you
feel like...
fools! Why would I care about any of this? I'm going to kill you all with my very scary sword, which is also my helper Dunstan. Now, if this is the end for all of you. I'm done waiting for you. The only possible way. What is it?
Do you hear that?
Huh?
Coming from across the desert? It sounds
Coming
like...
from some sort of European land?
It sounds like...
Does it sound like someone who's coming to...
fuck shit up?
Hey guys, it's me, Radawowski.
Master, kill him. End this distraction with one swing of your sword. Me.
Of course I will. Take this. Yeah, but what if I made a sculpture out of mud or something?
Oh man, look at it, Master. I'm so distracted by that fucked up shit. I cannot hold my shape. I've turned back into human form.
Fine,
and now the other guys are hitting me with stones and things. He's just a regular guy. We can just beat him to death. If he's not in the shape of something else.
Fine, I may not have my scary sword, but I've still got my whips. Wait, where are they? Looking for these, Inquisitor General?
Baron, what are you doing, Baron?
I've got the whips, one for each of us.
Wait, are we gonna destroy him in an ironic way considering how many people he's whipped?
That's right. We're going to kill him now because an artist showed up.
Everybody, one whip all together. Destroy the Inquisitor.
Wait, please, don't do this.
No, we realize that you have been oppressing this country for too long, Inquisitor General. And what's more, we realize that the death by whip that you are about to undergo is probably a hardship.
No, I've never experienced hardships before. No!
Oh, he kind of just faded away. in black smoke. Yeah. I guess he was more of a supernatural figure.
Yeah. Even more so than the entity he was scared of.
I mean, we probably should have known that. Well, we'll take his super fast horse and ride to Egalitaria, but Radawowski, what are you going to do?
I don't want to be here anymore.
You've got a whole nation,
this place isn't fucked up at all.
But you've got a whole nation now that will listen to you.
Oh, I guess you're right. Huh. What's this nation called again? It's called
Oppressivania. But you can change it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am gonna change it. From now on, this nation is gonna have no... Get this. This is gonna be fucked up. No more homophones in there.
Radawowski? That's some fucked up shit! Meanwhile, in Egalitaria, can you guys see what's going on the desert over there? They look like... Like some weird shit's going on.
Yeah, what was that big plume of smoke that just came up?
Oh man, things are weird in that neighboring country.
Yeah.
Let's close the borders. Let's not let anyone in. Yeah.
Nobody's coming in here. Yeah.
We kind of wrote ourselves into a corner a little bit.
Yeah, a weird one.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
I mean, there should have been like a clever way to supplant that kind of. But yeah,
it felt like we had all those reasons, and then when they came about,
no, when you actually said them out loud, there was like, there's no real reason that he should.
What a terrifying villain, though.
Yeah, oof. He was clearly some kind of demon.
Oh boy. Well, I guess that's it for another week, for the first week of 2020 here in Big Town.
Yeah, and some high-minded political drama for you guys, and commentary on art.
And zoos.
Yeah, fucking zoos. Well, yeah, you know, they're recently constructing a new zoo here in Big Town because it's such a big town.
Yeah, plenty of room.
But I don't know about the listeners' town.
Yeah. God,
so you might say.
I'd love to hear what they have to say about it.
Yeah, that's true. I'd like to get their reaction. You know, a review almost of.
Yes, everybody within the sound of my voice, go onto your favorite podcast app, go to Big Town Improv, and don't write a review. Go in there and write, "There's a zoo in my town," or "There's not a zoo in my town."
Just that. Don't even tell us the name of the zoo.
Right.
Don't tell us what town it is. We just want to know positive or negative. But you know what I like to do when I go to the zoo? I like to listen to music. Especially the incredible music provided for this podcast.
Well, wait. So if you go to the zoo, would you want to hear music that sounds like, I don't know...
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. How could I... is that the music by Steve Wilder Blumenthal of wilderbluemusic.com?
That's right. That music that you've been hearing throughout the whole show is by my friend Steve Wilder Blumenthal of wilderbluemusic.com. I do wish he wouldn't make me call him that every time I talk to him, but...
That's what it is.
That's him.
But
Steve
what
Wilder
if you were at the zoo and you instead wanted to go on your phone and look up Josh Pilch? Where could they find you, Josh?
Well, I guess they could find me at wilderbluemusic.com. That's WILDERBLUE music.com. No, hang on. That was just misspelling Steve Wilder Blumenthal's website.
Of wilderbluemusic.com.
Yeah.
But Josh Pilch.
Me, you could find on Instagram at The Josh Pilch Show, or on Twitter at Josh Pilch Show. Well, Jesse, where can we find you, though?
Find me on Instagram at Jesse.Moriarty. The dot is a period, the mark of punctuation, not the word dot written out.
That's right. And you can go on any social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that's all of them. And look for Big Town Improv. Look for at Big Town Improv. And go there and send us hashtag there's a zoo in my town or hashtag there's not a zoo in my town.
Those are the only two options. And we hope you do that. Because from Big Town
to your town...
Bye! Inquisitor General!
I'm back! You should have trusted me when I turned into smoke.
He was supernatural. We should have known that. We should have realized that.